This is Charles Kao with TravelMole TV at the Los Angeles Times Travel Show with Annabella Arya, Director of India Tourism. Good afternoon, Annabella.
Good afternoon. How are you?
Good, good. Well, as I said, I do visit India, and I need to get a bit more adventurous beyond the traditional route.
Yes.
But let's first start for our audience who may not be so familiar with India and what it has to offer. What do you suggest for first-time travelers? What's the most popular for Americans now?
The most popular is really the north because of the Taj Mahal. Everybody knows the Taj Mahal being a UNESCO declared World Heritage Site and one of the most visited and most popular important monument for India. So what people normally do is they get introduced to the culture of India in the north by touching not only Agra, where the Taj Mahal is, but also going further, say, to Jaipur and to Jodhpur, Udaipur and all that, and also combining Varanasi. So it also depends really on how many days one has, because if you were thinking of just 1 week, that's not enough. You don't really see that much. And if you have more time, you are able to include a few more places which are in the other regions. So I'm not saying that it's only the north, which is very important, but it's a more popular destination. That's what most of the tour operators sell. North first, and then maybe the south.
And how diverse are the culture and the people of those different northern areas?
Very diverse. In fact, we have so many dialects and so many languages. So every so many miles that you cross, you'll find people speaking in a different dialect, wearing different clothes. Even the food that they eat is tends to change a little. But it's very colorful, so what you see in the north will not be the same that you see in the south or the east or the west. So it's very diverse and very, very vibrant.
In recent years, the second-time visitor, the more adventurous visitor, the visitor with more time, where have they been going beyond northern India?
Beyond northern India?
Well, the cities you mentioned earlier.
Yeah, people are traveling to Kerala. Kerala is known for its backwaters, its serene greenery, and then you have Tamil Nadu, which is very famous for its temple architecture. Then you have people are also into spiritualism. So you have Haridwar, Rishikesh, Varanasi, all these places also, they sort of exude a different type of vibe, So people are a little more wanting to connect with themselves, perhaps, do tend to go to these spiritual sites. And then you have like the Buddhist circuit, which is also picking up, and we have a special train in the Buddhist circuit which is called the Mahaparinirvana Express. So that also, and there are other trains. You have like the Palace on Wheels, the Deccan Odyssey, Maharaja Express. All these trains also they all fly on different regions, so you see a different region altogether. Then you have the east. You've got Calcutta, the West Bengal. You've got Orissa, Puri, Bhubaneswar, Kunarak. Then you have Sikkim. You have the northeast. So people now, in fact, have becoming more and more aware of the destination and tending to go beyond the normal one that was initially, which was, very...
Well, the economic boom that India has been going through the last decade, to what degree has that affected tourism in terms of more investment in infrastructure and the private sector in hotel facilities, attractions, etc.?
Yes, infrastructure in fact has played, with the boom, the infrastructure has really improved. You have more connectivity through flights. We have many domestic flights. We've got a lot of hotels that have come up in all different regions. Hotels are not only concentrated in the big cities, but in also smaller areas which have become popular destinations for tourists. And you will notice that The domestic tourism itself is a very big force.
Gigantic,
also.
Isn't it?
Yeah, so we have almost over 850 million domestic tourists in 2011. So domestic tourists themselves are very very particular where services and facilities are concerned also. So wherever you see the domestic tourists flocking to, the areas around those places have tended to develop, and accordingly infrastructure develops, and that is followed by visitation by foreign as well as domestic tourists.
The hotel, especially the hotels in the 2, 3-star category, let's say, lots of new ones.
Yes.
Has that helped increase youth student travel?
Yes. Yes, because the 3-star hotels and all that are a little medium priced, but having good facilities, and we always encourage people to go in for categorized hotels, because the Ministry of Tourism categorizes hotels in India in different categories. And then you also have the heritage hotels, which which are in 3 categories. So the basic category is almost equivalent to the 3-star hotel. Now, these are very old properties. They're either palaces or old mansions which have been renovated and converted into hotels. So one has the chance to go and stay in something which is quite old and experience a different.
Right, and then the other extreme, of course, we all see it in the magazines, the Taj and such brands.
On the other hand, we have big brands, big domestic brands like the Oberoi and the Taj, which have properties almost all over and offer the best of facilities that one could ask for.
Looking forward, incredible India has been incredibly successful. How do you keep it up? So what when you have meetings back here in the U.S. and home office, what do you say you have to do now to keep the pace as high as you have had it,
I think, for us, for the Ministry of Tourism, it's really an ongoing effort. These efforts are, there are different ways of trying to see that the brand stays in the market, and the brand, you will agree, has been doing very well. And our ministry is definitely very aware of the fact that it is something that has to be improved over the years. So most of the decisions and most of this thing is obviously taken in India by our, we have our heads all sitting and together with all the state tourism boards also, and the tourist offices, whether in India and overseas, work together in different ways to create more awareness of the brand. So
Well, if I understand correctly, Incredible India campaign is over 50% private sector contribution. Am I correct?
Incredible India campaign is really a campaign that was started by the Ministry of Tourism, because initially, before you will notice that India had a lot to offer, but didn't really get that type of visitation the way, didn't get
the message across.
Yes, didn't somehow get the message across. But with the introduction of the Incredible India brand, that somehow placed India in the map, in the world map. People started recognizing India more, wanting to learn more about India.
At the same time that Indian movies started.
Bollywood is one of the contributors. Recently, movies like Best Marigold Hotel and The Life of Pi and all that has, again, I think it's like a teaser.
Yeah, given a positive image of India and its people.
Because all this time people have been having a very different image of India, but now they realize that it's not really what they, people think, have their own thoughts about certain destinations, but it's unless and until they don't see something or they don't hear about it from someone, or then someone needs to clear their doubts, So
the website address is
www.incredibleindia.org.
Excellent. Annabella Arya, thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful time at the show.
Thank you.